Hey guys, Dean Hansen here. It is March 28th, I believe. 8:10 p.m. I'm doing this the night before I normally would. It's Thursday night. Normally I do these Friday mornings, but I noticed I never have time Friday morning, so I don't know why I would ever plan anything in the morning. But so technically, this is day 35. I have 10 days left of my meatless experiment. This is part 5. Day 35 of 45. And got off work at 6, went on a pretty good bike ride, just got home, and decided I'll do this real quick and then take a shower and stuff. So I'm dirty, whatever, who cares. Basically, there is some new things to report, I guess. Over the last few days, maybe 5 days, since last weekend, I've started to supplement a lot more fruits and vegetables into my diet. Not necessarily, doesn't really have much to do with the meatless experiment, other than it just seems like a good idea. But if I try to eat more fruits and vegetables, I do okay, but I usually end up, if I try to get my vegetable intake, I'm usually either boiling the vegetables and putting butter and salt on them so they're no longer healthy, boiling the nutrients out, butter and salting them, or putting them on a hamburger or something. But long story short, I started making these green smoothies, really similar to the stuff my mom is on that juice fast, and it's basically the same thing she's doing, but I'm still eating food. But I'm adding those to my diet. And it seems to help a little bit with energy and everything. Basically, I made these quick little pointless videos of the drink I just made. I just made this drink. I got home from my ride and made a green drink, and it's actually really good. And there's nothing in here that's bad for me. It's raw vegetables, which are like an amazing miracle medicine for your body. And there's an orange in here. There's kale, there's lettuce, there's mushrooms, there's a full orange, there's a half a frozen banana, a little bit of orange juice, some water, a little bit of pure white grape juice, and yeah, it's good. I was just filming a little bit of me making it. This is before I put the frozen stuff in, but you can basically see it's just nothing's really measured out. I just kind of threw in a little bit of everything, a lot of mushrooms and kale, and you can see the oranges in there, and the liquid is juice and water, and then I just go ahead and mix it up. So you turn on the blender and let it go. And threw in some more stuff, the banana and stuff, and then that's what it looks like when you're done. Takes about 3 to 5 minutes to make, and it's delicious. And honestly, I got home starving after my ride. I haven't eaten since lunch, which was around 1 p.m. Got home from my ride starving, went on a really pretty high uphill ride, climbed about 700 feet or so, and then made this, and I'm halfway through this, and I'm not even really hungry anymore. I'll still eat dinner, but at least I'll get my raw fruits and veggies and stuff for the day. So since adding that to my diet, I've lost a couple more pounds. Nothing significant. I got this freeze frame because if you play it, you can see that my camera didn't want to focus on it, but yeah, I'm 228.8, which, if I remember right, I didn't look back at the first video, but I think I'm exactly 8 pounds down overall for the whole experiment, 35 days. And about 2 pounds down just from 6 days ago, since I started adding this to my diet. It's made me feel way better. One other thing I wanted to talk about was I watched the video Earthlings, which I promised my brother I would not eat meat until I watched Earthlings. And the movie was different than what I had expected. I expected it to just be a really long video of just animals being tortured and tormented by random people who love to do crazy shit to animals. And then, you know, some actor who, if Walking Phoenix, does the narrating about how evil humans are and how animals deserve to be on equal footing as humans. And that's not really what it was. There is a lot of video of animals being beaten and hurt and butchered and stuff, but I didn't really walk away from it in the sense that I thought I would. Basically, the way I walked away from watching that movie was, one, it made it a lot easier to not eat meat for the rest of my experiment. It doesn't mean I'll never eat meat again, but I'll definitely think differently about every time I eat meat, and I know that. And I know I'm not going to eat nearly as much meat as I used to, because I don't want to be a part of the demand that requires that much of a supply, that requires a supply so large that just the supply of our beef products produces more emissions than all of transportation combined, you know. And the fact that we demand so much, and we all have, it's causing heart disease and diabetes, and it's causing our insurance rates to go up. There's just no positive outcome of the way we eat. It's only negative consequences at every angle. Even taking all that into effect down to the basics of treating an animal ethically is kind of the smallest part of what I took away from that movie. And I didn't take away from it as like a farm is bad. You know, like if some guy's raising pigs on a farm in some normal area, treats them right, kills them, eats them, I still don't feel there's anything wrong with that. It's the fact of getting hundreds of thousands of millions of pigs crammed into tiny little spaces, you know, they never even see sunlight. And they're just 100% product. They're just a product. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's the change that I walked away from that movie, was I went from realizing that I understand that an animal is not as important as me. I get that. But they're more important than a rock. They're more important than a soda. You know what I mean? And they're this middle ground. They're animals. They're life. They exist. They feel. And to just take over the whole planet and just destroy it. And I can't even say destroy it for our own personal gain, because we don't gain anything but weight. And so it's like we're destroying it for no reason. And that's... I know I'm babbling on, and I'm not making any fucking sense. But that's how I walked away from it. It was just like, what are we doing here? I'm not going to upload any of this because I know I'm just rambling like a retard. But the point is, that what I walked away with from that particular movie was, we can do better. We can pretend to at least sort of care about something other than our own pleasure and satisfaction of eating something that's bad for us anyway. And I understand that meat isn't necessarily bad for you if you eat the right portion. A lot of people look at the food pyramid and they're like, look, fish and poultry is right there. You can eat fish and poultry. Fish and poultry are good for you. Read the little print on the side. It says sparingly 1 to 2 servings a week. And that's servings. And if you ever looked at a serving size, 1 to 2 per week. And that's for the fish and poultry. That's supposedly the good meats. And you got your red meat down there with fucking Oreos and shit. So, anyway. I hate what I've become. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.